Hi everybody, happy Valentine's Day. With a day late, but who cares? Every day is a Valentine's Day, isn't it? So today is our Saturday Jewellery Rendezvous. If you're new here, I'm Sophie from SMG Designer Jeweler, and every week we have a little get together with our lovely community to just chat about anything jewelry related. Today, yet again something a little different for Valentine's Day, or Galentine's Day, or Palentine's Day, or any version you want to call it. I will take you through a few of the most famous historical jewels with a heart-shaped gemstone. It's gonna be quick. There are not that many that are of historical significance, but I think you will like it and hopefully learn a couple of things. Heart-shaped jewelry actually appeared in the 1500s, around that time where courtly love and chivalry really gained popularity. And it was very much the fashion of entwined double heart lockets. And the first example of significance that we have of heart-shaped jewelry was Mary, Queen of Scots, sending her sister, Queen Elizabeth I of England, a heart-shaped ring as an expression of friendliness and admiration and goodwill. Moving on to the 17th and 18th century, where witchcraft was really the rage, you see appearing those look-and-booth twisted heart brooches as talismans to ward off evil, to the point that by the 18th century, twisted hearts came to represent bewitched by love. Now we're moving on to Queen Victoria with the 19th century. She really took the heart shape to another level, and her fondness for that particular shape made it a symbol for everlasting love. There are two particular examples that I would like to mention. First, her engagement bracelet that was a gift from her mother. It was a gold bangle featuring an amethyst that's engraved in a shape of a double heart. Victoria's engagement bangle. The second piece of jewelry that I'd like to mention that's become really popular, and to this day it's still extremely sought after and has inspired countless jewelers. It's that bracelet with heart-shaped charms, one for each of her children. Those charms were, so the whole design was an idea by Prince Albert, who designed a lot of Victoria's jewelry. And each of those hearts is actually an enamel locket, one color per child, and inside the locket the name and the date of birth of each of the child are engraved. So very nice touch here. Queen Victoria's charm bracelet. She's also used that heart shape for mourning jewelry. I will also put an example of a particular piece that she wore for the premature death of one of her daughters, Alice. Queen Victoria's heart-shaped mourning jewelry. Coming closer, we are now in the 20th century, and now the heart has taken on a little bit of a more defined definition, with the double heart capped by a crown to express fidelity in marriage. And one particular jewel I'd like to mention is that fabulous Cartier brooch that Edward VIII gifted Wallis Simpson for their 20th wedding anniversary, and that featured that double heart capped by that crown, a symbol of love and political statement. If we are to talk about a few more examples of the 20th century, there are a number, but I made a little selection of my favorites anyway. So I've got three more to walk you through. One is the Blue Heart diamond. It has an amazing story. It was mined in South Africa in 1908. It was bought by Cartier, the famous jeweler, in 1910, who designed it into a necklace and sold it on to an Argentinian aristocrat. The sumptuous devant corsage created by Cartier and bought by Mrs. Unzu, and the necklace stayed in the family for the next 40 plus years. You have to keep in mind that this heart-shaped diamond is of the purest blue you can imagine. The rough, when it was mined, was over 100 carats, so like this, and they cut it into that amazing heart shape down to 30 carats, something like that, so losing quite a lot of weight, but such a vivid, deep, incredible blue. And then Van Cleef and Arpels bought it in 1953, redesigned the necklace still as a necklace, but made it even more sumptuous by adding yet another a blue diamond and a pink diamond. Sketches of the redesign and the finished piece presented by Zizi Jeanmer. Sold it on to the Baron Thyssen, a Swiss industrialist, who kept it only for a short period of 6 years. The necklace was sold upon their divorce. Sold it to Harry Winston, who redesigned it into a ring. And that ring was bought by a very famous American socialite of the day, Marjorie Merriweather Post. Set in a platinum ring by Harry Winston and bought by Marjorie Post, who very generously donated the Blue Heart diamond in 1964 to the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. The second one, I'm sure you've seen the Queen, the late Queen, wearing it more than once. It's the Cullinan Diamond 5. It's one of the 9 cuts from the largest ever rough diamond of gem quality that has ever been found. And that was again in South Africa in 1910. And it was gifted by the South African government to the then Queen Mary in 1910. The uncut diamond weighted more than 3,000 carats. And the last one is the Taj Mahal diamond, who was famously bought by Richard Burton to give to Elizabeth Taylor for her 40th birthday. I will put a picture of it as well, and you will see it's a very special piece. It's the most beautiful clear gem quality clear diamond, so not colored, but it's engraved because it was originally a gift to Nur Jahan by her husband, the Emperor Jahangir Shah, who ruled India during the early part of the 17th century. The diamond is set in great jadate. To finish off, I've prepared 3 gemstones that I currently have on stock that are heart-shaped. The tracing paper gives you an idea of the size. Stone number 1 is the gorgeous bicolor ametrine. Stone number 2 is the delightful blue-green topaz. And stone number 3 is the magnificent orange topaz. If you fancy any of them to be transformed into any piece of jewelry that you would like, please contact me. I would be delighted to work with you on your project. I will put all my contacts at the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed that little tour of some famous jewels, a short selection, but that leaves us more for another time. And have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's weekend. Let's make it a weekend. And hopefully you've been treated well. See you next week. Bye for now.